Welcome back with Arno. Arno.
Hi.
We once did a music-related video together about Wings.
We did indeed.
London town. That feels like centuries ago. It must have been. It was the COVID time when we did it.
Yeah, 3 years ago, maybe.
Like, maybe even 4 years. So I wanted to have you back on the channel.
Thank you.
We also recorded other videos together in the recent weeks, but I don't know yet which video will be the first on the channel. So maybe you're familiar with this beautiful, handsome face here, or not.
I forgot to shave, sorry.
I always forget to shave. You know? I've never not forgotten to shave.
Another thing we have
which
in
is
common.
not a problem that it's not something that we could say of Elvis Costello. I've never seen him with a. Has he ever had a beard?
Oh yeah, the famous beard.
Of course, the King of America beard. The beard is. Yeah, that's today's topic is Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
Because I like Elvis Costello, but I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I'm not really an expert. I don't know much about. I mean, I know. I probably know more about him than the average guy on the street.
You probably know more about him than I do. But
because I'm a music
nerd. He thinks I'm an expert, which is.
Well, I'm a music nerd, so
Not true.
in relation to how I know about other groups, I don't know as much about him, and you know, I always have you in my mind as the Elvis Costello guy.
I like Elvis Costello and his music a lot, and there's also a Beatles connection there in that Elvis Costello has always been a big Beatles fan, and
he's from the Liverpool area, right?
He was born maybe. Pretty much sure, and definitely raised in Liverpool.
Yeah,
and
it's funny because I'm once a year I'm in Liverpool, and they're always talking about, of course, the Beatles, but also other groups from there, like the Lars and Lightning Seeds. But he's never really mentioned as one of their big musical. Experts. I don't really understand it because, in my opinion, he must be like next to the Beatles.
I think he moved away and he moved back, and well,
he's not really. He's not really considered Liverpoolian in a way, you know, in the public.
Could be.
For some reason, and of course he collaborated with Paul McCartney on.
Yeah, he collaborated exactly. Yeah. And I think he's considered Irish as well. He was born into a Irish family in Liverpool,
like Paul McCartney and George Harrison, and John Lennon from the mother's side as well.
I think Ringo was the only one who was not Irish.
Yeah, not really. No, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
Yeah. Spike. That's the album with the.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a collection here. It spans the first couple of years until Spike.
Yeah, this is my collection, my Elvis Costello collection, and you know I built it up this small, like 7 or 8 albums collection.
I'm quite impressed actually.
In recent years, but I don't really know much about these albums, so this video is a bit Arno, hopefully, telling me what I have to think about these albums.
Well, as I said, I'm not really an expert, but
my private gatekeeper. You're my gatekeeper. You have to tell me if I'm allowed to like Spike. I've heard that people dismiss this album often.
How dare they?
But I quite liked it when I listened to it. You know, it's this. I
liked it too. Yeah. Well, you know, two things. I went to Hamburg. I hitchhiked from Berlin to Hamburg with my then girlfriend to perform him live during that time. So that
to perform with him live.
To perform those songs live.
Oh.
So it was a park in somewhere in. It was a gazebo kind of thing in the middle of a park somewhere in Hamburg, and it was cool. And anyway, and would have been the same year anyway. Someone else promised me to play was the first one, This Town, when she was DJing, and she promised me to dance to the music, but because she
with
knew
you.
No, on their own, but she thought that would really impress me, and she knew I really loved Elvis Costello, and but she hated the song, and you know she was like,
okay.
And then afterwards she came up to me and she said, "Wow, that was a horrible song. I even had to dance to it because I I wanted to make an impression. So
Okay.
yeah, horrible. But it was. I think it's a great album. It's not very.
Critics don't like it.
Yeah, critics don't like
But
it.
I liked it.
Yeah, what's on it?
Good melodies.
Oh, Veronica.
Veronica,
Oh my
the Paul McCartney collaboration.
God.
Was one of his biggest hits.
Yes. Paul McCartney plays bass on it, and it's
Didn't he
about.
even co-wrote it and background vocals? I also think he's on background vocals.
I'm not sure.
Okay, there's only
He plays
bass
the
mentioned.
half the bass. Anyway,
But it's a deco
it's
songwriter.
do you know what it's about?
A girl named Veronica.
Yeah, that's his mum.
Oh, okay.
And,
There was
and
a
she
story.
she was dying of Alzheimer's,
Okay.
and so that's a bit of a goodbye to his mum.
Okay. But is it co-written with Paul McCartney?
Sad, but beautiful.
Oh, the letters are too small for me, so I will never find out if he wrote it with Paul McCartney. But Elvis and
Friend, I
Paul
don't
wrote
think
songs
so.
together at that time because Elvis had Paul with his Flowers in the Dirt album back in those days, late 80s. And I think there's 2 or 3 co-written songs on Flowers in the Dirt. And
Yeah.
there's 2 or 3
Yeah,
on
they're
Off
all-
the Ground as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And very good songs. You know, My Brave Face is one of the best 80s songs.
Oh yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I agree. And I love God's Comic. That's well, it's about a priest who died, and it's told from the perspective of from point of view of that priest who was a drunk, and yeah.
This is
it's
the
a bit-
most.
it's a bit funny.
This is the most recent album I bought. I bought it like
Yeah,
2
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
I know.
And I didn't like it as much as Spike, for example.
It's one of
Is
the
this
last-
well regarded? I guess so.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the early ones all are highly regarded.
yeah. It's from the classic
Imperial
period.
phase.
But to be honest, that's one of the last albums I bought myself.
Okay.
And Clubland is a great song. It's a really great song. And Big Sister's Clothes. Yeah, it's great. Lots of great songs on it.
I'd like to listen to it
well, okay. It's of course it's the attractions, but what some people don't know, maybe we should mention this. The first album was
It's not with
recorded.
the Attractions.
Was not
it's with
recorded by the
Louis and
Attractions.
the News, with the band that became
Yeah,
Louis and the
exactly,
News, which is so
exactly,
strange.
exactly,
It's so bizarre.
exactly. Then later he recreated the sound with the Attractions and his live shows. I don't think they ever play these songs live
Yeah.
with
This is one of my favorites,
original
by the
band.
way. This is one of my favorites.
That's a
Costello
really,
albums,
really beautiful-
Of the ones I know.
really
and maybe the
beautiful
reason
album.
why I didn't like Trust as much as it maybe deserved was that I bought it the same day that I bought this, and this is my all-time favorite. I think. You know, when I listen
It
to
has
this,
my all-time favorite record.
Oliver's Army.
Yeah.
It's my favorite song. Oliver's Army is my favorite. Elvis
Yeah,
Costello
yeah,
song.
that's a really beautiful song, and I really love the cover, back
Yeah.
and front,
Well,
and everything about it.
I'm not so sure about the cover.
Oh, what? It's a bloody classic.
You know, with singer-songwriters, I like the face of the singer-songwriter on the cover. That's how I like albums by people like.
It's a very
you
traditional
know,
point of view.
Yeah.
By the way,
This is my favorite cover. by Elvis
It's a
Costello.
nice cover.
But I don't like the album. I don't like the album.
Okay, this
It's one
is
of my least favorite.
this was a very first Elvis Costello
Okay.
album I bought,
Oh.
and as I told you before.
Okay. When I
Bit of
didn't
sad
listen-
story. yeah, you weren't listening. But anyway, I asked my then girlfriend to get the copy for me.
The
when
story.
It had just come out, and she came home from Stuttgart, and she had bought the LP, which is nice. But at that time, I was so much into CDs, and I said, you should have got me a CD.
But
And
have you kept the vinyl?
I don't think so.
Because-
And this is probably the original pressing, or
Yeah.
one of the very first pressings they
Could
had.
be.
This sticker around it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
Or
like
just
the
steal
sound.
it.
Didn't like the sound as much of this album. This is without the Attractions, right? This is
Exactly, this
when he
one
went
and
into a
Spike.
more-
These are similar,
Yeah.
I should say, and they are quite different from the Attraction sound.
Yeah, more like country-esque sound.
Funny you should say that.
Americana sound.
A little bit, yeah.
More than
Because
that.
when I first got into Elvis Costello, people were like, "Oh, you like Elvis Costello now? That's funny. He used to be good, but now everything he does is just like country." And
Yeah.
and especially this album, I can't put my finger on it, but it's a really horrible country album. And I've always been trying to find out what this horrible country album was supposed to be. I have no idea.
I mean, in the 90s, I've heard he did some albums with T-Bone Burnett, and he's
T-Bone Burnett,
notorious for doing those middle of the road, boring country productions. You know.
Okay, T-Bone Burnett is also his duo partner in the Coward Boys, and Coward Brothers. Sorry, and that's actually a good album. That's a new album.
That's what I heard.
Boring. Yeah.
And this is my second favorite. Armed
Okay.
Forces is my favorite, and this is my second favorite.
Right.
I think the title is the right title for this album. It's really a happy sounding album.
is,
This is
yeah.
really a party record. And this has like 16, 17, 18 songs, you know,
Yeah.
all those 2-minute songs.
Yeah.
They all sound kind of like the same,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
such a great one song
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he repeated 20
right.
times. It's really, this is really when people talk about Elvis Costello being a punk or a new wave kind of artist. This is his punky
Yeah.
new wave, but also soulful, very Motown.
Well, he never really accepted that label for himself.
But
and-
yeah, but I know,
and,
but this album sound that has this punchy.
Yeah,
it's also
yeah.
very Motown influenced, I
Yeah,
think. But
yeah.
it has this. It's like when the Jam are covering a Motown song.
Yeah.
It's this
Yeah.
energy, this raw energy, and I love the production.
Yeah.
You know, I love the underproduction of this
Yeah.
album. It's like a garage record in a way.
Right.
It's really one of my favorites. I think this is one of your favorites because
It
you
is.
recommended this. You recommended this to me 4
Yeah.
years ago when we recorded our Wings video,
Oh,
London Town.
yeah,
After
yeah.
that, we went for a beer.
Because I probably also, amongst other reasons, I did that for the reason that it's a very underrated album in my humble opinion as well.
I don't know, but after we recorded the London Town video, we went for a beer. Back then, I was still
we
drinking
did.
alcohol, and
The olden days.
yeah, and then we talked for some reason about Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
And then you said that this is one of your favorites,
True.
and the next day I went and bought it, and then I was disappointed.
Oh.
One of my least favorites.
Well, the funny thing is, Elvis Costello seems to dislike the album as well.
I mean, it has the legendary track Shipbuilding,
Shipbuilding,
one
yeah.
of his biggest
yeah,
songs.
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, exactly. Where Chet Baker plays trumpet.
Yeah. It's a good album, but you hyped it so much, and then I was like,
yeah,
is it
that's
really
all.
that?
Oh yeah, and let them all talk is on it. Every day I write a book.
That's also
big,
classic.
big,
yeah.
big,
But it's not one of my
classic
favorite songs, but
and
it's a
Love
it's a
Went
big
Mad.
hit.
I love every single song on
Okay,
it.
it's
I
one of your
totally-
favorites.
That would have been maybe not the first, but the second album I ever bought, and I loved it to bits. I still do, and it's been reissued several times, and Elvis Costello keeps writing new liner notes every time, and he always
Every day he writes a new book about this album.
and he always goes on explaining why
Every day I write the booklet. Every day I write the booklet.
why this re-release has to be in existence, because everybody knows it's a horrible album and he doesn't like it for all these reasons.
I'm relieved. I thought that you had that's the orthodox opinion that it's a great album.
No.
And now for the first time,
very unorthodox.
this is for the first time that I hear that Elvis Costello himself doesn't like it as much. So I'm in the same camp as Elvis. Yeah.
You are, and see, he's wearing a Kleddach ring.
What is that? What
A
are they?
Kleddach ring. That's
What is a Kleddach ring?
It's an Irish wedding ring.
Ah, okay. Who knows that?
Two hands holding a heart and a crown on top of the heart.
So you're really a hardcore fan. At the beginning of the video, you said, "I'm not sure if I'm a hardcore
I
fan."
have
You
no
even
idea.
know the details of jewelry he's wearing. So you know everything about him. This is also a great album. This is his Beatle album, I would say. Or one of his more Beatle albums. Geoff Emerick engineered this album, right? Is this the album with Geoff Emerick engineering?
Think so.
Produced,
it is.
even
yeah.
produced by Geoff
Yeah.
Emerick. Maybe that was the start of, Geoff Emerick, good collaborator and friend of Paul McCartney. Maybe that was the seeds. Maybe they worked together on this album.
That's
and Geoff
funny.
said, "Oh, we should work with Paul."
Possibly, yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
or
well-
the other way around.
Yeah.
This is also a very good album, and I think
what
it
is
has
it from?
the Geoff Emerick Gold Dust.
82. Yeah.
The Year Was Born. Yeah, I like this album. I like it very much. I think this is my third favorite. So Get Happy and Armed Forces are my joint number one, I would say. And then it's Imperial Bedroom.
Yeah.
It's a great album. Oh, and this is also a nice album. This is Is this his second or something?
It's
A very
pretty
early
early.
album, second or third album. I
80
would say.
or 79, so.
Yeah, it's also kind of a classic of it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, yeah. The song's not really listed, you know. This makes it a bit hard. But yeah. Yeah, this year's girl is on it, obviously. Isn't it Pump It Up there as well? Oh yeah. Pump It Up.
Pump It Up?
Also great.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Which album is Allison on?
Allison, that's also on.
That's a great song.
on
No,
No?
Don't quite.
Ah!
Must be an early album, right?
Oh no, that's on. Oh, Jesus, what am I saying? That's on the first one.
Okay, yeah. And then that's the last
That's,
of the albums.
that contains the line, "My aim is true."
Yeah. That's the last of the bunch. This is in the middle for me, you know, of those 7-8 albums.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
my number 5 or 6. This is it's good, but it's a bit like
The Ring again. See?
ooh. Is he a Freemason?
No,
What's with the ring?
it's to do with his Irishness,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but the person doesn't even look like him on the cover.
It's
But it has to be.
yeah,
Um,
it smells differently.
yeah, I think this is an okay album, but it's not the best for me. So
Maybe that's the dreaded country album lurking in the back.
I'm not sure. Is it? I haven't listened to it in years. But maybe.
Doesn't sound like country to me, but well, it was recorded in Nashville.
Well, the song, oh, it's a country, and the first song title, "Why Don't You Love Me," that sounds like a country song title.
Yeah, if you want to be really mean, but yeah, John McPhee's on it, wearing a cowboy hat.
Okay, it's the country.
It's a country
That's
album.
the dreadful country album.
That's the very one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what are the biggest
Still
ones
like it.
missing from my very small Elvis Costello collection? Are there any
Well, I
recommendations? Because then I know I don't will buy it after the Punch the Clock fiasco.
well, that's probably not such a good decision, Stefan. you really shouldn't stop there.
How is the album with Burt Bacharach from the 90s? He did an album with Burt Bacharach.
that's wonderful.
I
That's
think-
gorgeous.
I think I will like
It's
I would like that.
mind-bogglingly beautiful.
Okay, so that will be the next one, I think.
Yeah,
It will be
yeah.
my first 90s.
Oh,
Elvis
yeah,
Costello
yeah.
album.
Yeah, and also this what's it called? This famous beauty, this summer beauty. Anyway, you know, he teamed up again with the Attractions later on,
Yeah, no.
and all this use of beauty. Sorry, all this use of beauty, and that's great. That's a great album, and that was accompanied by a series of EPs, CDs that only came out somewhere abroad, probably I think in the States. Each of which were totally cool.
Okay, I think this will be the next thing that I
Yeah.
obtain.
And Hey Clockface, you know, the later stuff, the new stuff. We talked about this earlier. The new or later albums, as seems to be the case quite often with aging musicians, they kind of miss the punch, the immediacy.
But
a little bit,
sometimes
but
they come back with,
just-
they have this one comeback
Yeah.
that works. It's not often with singer-songwriters especially, when it's really about the inspiration, and often, you know, the early inspiration is often that they can't repeat that, you know, either it would become stale or it's not as honest.
I mean, Elvis Costello has always been on the move musically. He's always developed into, always kept reinventing himself. But currently he's playing this tour. Was it called Radio or something? Anyway, he's playing with his new band, The Imposters, which is basically Attractions with a new bassist.
Great band name.
Yeah, yeah. So they're playing just the old songs from the first albums. It would be really cool to go to, actually.
So thank you very much, Arno.
Thank you.
Now I'm
Thanks for
enlightened. I know everything I need to know about Elvis Costello. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.